Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, second flight ever of the all-new Hangar 20Cc Valiant by I can't say it again. Horizon Hobby, not Motion RC. I got Motion RC on the brain. It's Horizon Hobby. Sorry. I get so confused sometimes. All right, here we go. Remember, I don't have takeoff flaps, just landing flaps.
Landing flaps, full crow.
And full crow.
Flaps up.
All right. Powerful, powerful V. I've got another 5000 6S Smart Pack with a 30C in there. Regular ailerons, not full span. We'll switch to that in a minute. All right. High rates.
Starting this party over.
7 minutes. Here we go. Take it straight up. All right, we're going to take it up again. All right, regular aileron roll. Half throttle while I do that. All right, now.
Full span ailerons.
Full aileron roll. Half throttle. All right.
Normal ailerons.
Back to normal aileron. All right. And I highly suggest, I have found with mine at least, get your little 2-cell battery to run your lights. Otherwise, one light will not be as bright as the other if you run it off the receiver. Little tap and go there.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
Look at that. Thing's got power for days. Regular ailerons. Here, I'll go with a
full span ailerons.
Full span ailerons now. Like I said, I'm not a 3D pilot. I can do some minor stuff, but this definitely has the power to hover if you want it to. Little grass hops there. Grass hop touch and go. Snap turn, snap roll. Definitely can.
Normal ailerons.
All right, back to normal aileron now. You can definitely take this thing and throw it around in the sky, no problem at all. It is windy.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
There. Oh man.
Landing flaps.
What a great flying plane. I'm just taken aback. This plane, I got a problem with this plane though, I'll tell you. I got a problem with this plane, folks. My problem is
flaps up.
This plane may end my YouTube career. It might just. Because this is going to be the only plane I'm going to want to fly now. And y'all are only want to watch me want to fly this so many times, then you're going to get sick of it. This may be all I ever want to bring to the field now. Of course, you know I'm not serious, but I do like this plane. Man, it is just, it flies so well. It does, it flies. And it's honey, I'm going to land real quick and then I want you to show them the flags.
Landing flaps.
Oh, hold on. All right, show them the flags off to your right there. And it's a lot, even more windy up higher.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Because you got to remember, however windy it is at your level, for every 10 feet, it gets exponentially more windy. All right, we're back to normal ailerons now, I believe.
Full span ailerons.
No, yeah.
Normal ailerons.
Now let's try to take off and make a nice scale, slowly rising takeoff. Try to make it as scale as possible. Trying to keep my passengers happy. There we go. Ooh, and that wind's kicking up again. All right, we're gonna rip by, into the wind, full speed.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right, now we're gonna come back and rip by with the wind, full speed. Wait a minute, that's what I just did. Hold on, we'll come back the other direction. All right, full speed with the wind. Take it out. Stall turn.
Full span ailerons. Normal ailerons.
What a relaxing, fun, non-intimidating plane. The only thing that would be intimidating,
Landing flaps.
the only thing that would be intimidating is the price. It is not how well the plane flies, it's not how it went together, it's not the reliability of the parts or anything so far. It's just, it's expensive.
Flaps up. ESC 21, 31 volts. Landing flaps.
Amazing plane, absolutely amazing. Amazing plane. One of the easiest planes I've ever flown in my life. And y'all watch my channel long enough and see the thousands and thousands of videos I've got. Literally thousands. I want to say my last count, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 videos. I have flown and flown and flown. And I'm telling you right now, this is the easiest flying plane I've ever had. All right, let me look at the telemetry here. See what it says. Smart man. Where's the smart one at? Okay, I think I went too far. There it is. All right, it says I got 40%, so I know the battery actually has 50% because the telemetry seems to be a little more conservative. Let's take it up one more time, and then we'll land it and we'll check the battery manually also, just to show the comparison. All right, still says I had 1 minute and 34. We're gonna fly to the end here. Because it's also in how much you hit that battery. All right.
Landing flaps.
Let's just fly around kind of low and slow with these flaps down. It's
1
windy.
minute.
It is windy, folks.
Flaps up.
Just barely touched the ground there.
"30 seconds.
All right, one more circuit around, then we'll land. One more touch and go, and then we'll land.
20 seconds.
I love them rubber tires. They're so quiet. Two brothers, y'all are gonna be awfully happy. John's gonna be happy with those wheels. They're quiet.
Greg Lane the Valiant. Your fun is over. Too bad. So sad.
Greg Land, I forgot about that. Greg Land the Valiant. Your fun is over. Too bad, so sad.
Landing flaps.
It's windy.
Flaps up.
It is windy. All right, come on, plane, turn. All right, put that air down, push that tail down. All right.
Braking. Cruise mode. Motor is on.
All right,
to approach.
28 seconds over on a 7-minute timer. Transmitter says I have 30% left, but we will see in just a moment what it really is. All right, let me give you my flying rates real quick. The flying rates I just did, well, high rates, I haven't flown anything but high rates. Ailerons are 100%, and when they're full span,
Full span ailerons.
same thing. Elevator is 100% with 30% expo. The ailerons were 30% expo also. And rudder is 100% with 40% expo. So I haven't flown anything else. I'm going to tell you my flap system, but this is exactly mirrored from motion. There I go again. From Model Aviator, anything with an M. Zero position on flap is nothing, okay? Landing flaps, my second position is
Landing flaps.
negative 100% with a 20% down elevator. Okay, crow is at 0, and then my third position of flaps
Full crow.
is actually
Slow
my
the valley
crow, and your flap position is a negative 100%. Elevator is 24% down, and then crow is 95% positive. So just to show, that's going right by Model A, or I think it's almost exactly the same. He might have had 94, but for the crow settings.
Flaps up.
It's just so windy that I tried on the Maiden a while ago to come in with crow, and for me, you lose too much aileron authority just for me to feel comfortable, but then again, it is, you know, windy beyond belief right now. So, okay, 28 seconds over. Let's check the battery manually, and I'll show you. I'll bring the plane to you, so honey, you don't have to get up. The throttle cut is off. Our throttle cut is on, actually. Because this plane here, this will cut your hand off, fingers off. This would definitely cause some serious damage. You're definitely gonna go to the ER for sure. This thing cuts you, if it doesn't kill you. All right, now, battery placement. You're gonna push back just a little bit and then pull up on the hatch. Okay, right there, you see I got a little bit of a finger in between the front of the bolt dry or firewall and my finger there. That's where I got the 5,000. And according to the actual battery, 34% left. So actually, that was right on the money. I'm surprised. It with 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38 per cell. All right. Well, there's that little. That's just a little 2S battery. Little 2S battery that I flew that entire flight with this battery, and the last flight was with this battery. So it's flown twice. Let's see how much is left in it. Okay. It still has 99% left in it. So it doesn't have any. You buy a little battery like this, I don't even know where I got this one, so I can't give you a link. Just a little 2-cell battery with a JST lead. Okay, you buy one of these, charge it up, and you'll be able to get probably 10 flights in there before you gotta charge that battery back up. So that's just easier. That's got it in there with Velcro. It's not going anywhere. I mean, that's pretty simple. My plane did have a little bit of damage when I got it. I'll show it to you if you didn't see my unboxing build. On the underside of the elevator, okay, right here, it has a couple little perforations. You might see a little black spot there, and I just put a piece of white packing tape to cover it. I don't know what I don't know how that would have happened, because where that was in the box, there was nothing loose that could have bounced in it. So that just tells me that happened before they put it in there and didn't catch it. Something must have fallen on it or something. But yeah, you can see my shirt. It's windy. All right, well, and that humming sound, if you're hearing that humming sound, that is the fan on the ESC. There's a little fan on top of the ESC to keep it cool. So, all right, well, there you go, folks. This is the second flight ever of the all-new, just released Hangar 9 Valiant 20cc from Horizon Hobby. I kept saying Motion RC for some reason. I have I bought that PNP combo where the 8-channel Spectrum receiver was half off in price, basically. I needed a receiver for it. That was a no-brainer. This plane is $800, and then the receiver was $50, so $850. I paid $850 just like you do. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, I don't regret a penny of this. I don't regret a penny of this. This is one amazing plane. And the wings come off so simple. You got that one nylon bolt and your 3 leads. And that's all there is to it. Slide your wing spar out. There's a place to store the wing spar on the inside. Very simple field breakdown. And when you take the wings off, stand this thing in the corner, they don't take up any space. So storage is really not an issue. And because you're going to transport it with the wings off, this will fit in the back seat of a full-size car. It'll fit in the back seat long ways. Definitely fit in the bed of a truck. No problem at all with the wings off. Okay, so storage and transportation really is not that big of an issue. So, well, folks, thank you so much for watching. Camera Precious, thank you for filming. That's the second flight ever of this amazing E-flight. And all right, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. And that is the E-flight. Hangar. Oh my gosh, that is the Hangar 9 Valiant 20cc from Horizon Hobby. I don't know who I am. Bye, y'all.